Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to another segment of the MCR, Mac and me. My name's TJ. In this segment, I want to talk about an organization that seems very mysterious. There's some suspicions, there's some accusations, and I don't quite know what to make of it. And I just kind of want to throw it out there, if nothing else. The name of the organization is Patriot Front. These are the guys that wear khaki pants, dark blue shirts with a white t-shirt, okay, or a white shirt underneath. They wear white bandanas and then a khaki hat of some sort. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these guys.
Well, it sounds like a uniform of sort.
Initially, I guess going back to 2017 is when there was kind of reported the first sightings of these guys. And initially, and I still suspect this, but initially it was suspected that these guys were some kind of a group, subversive group to make the very conservative Republicans look bad.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's right out of the Rules for Radical playbook.
Yeah, they seem to show up, and there was even suspicions if maybe somehow they might have had support from the Rhino Republican segment of what we'll call the Republican Party. Okay.
Yeah. I call them traitors, but whatever.
Now, but here's where it gets interesting. The Anti-Defamation League and others are referring to this group as extremists. They're referred to as a neo-Nazi organization. And I'm kind of getting some of my information from the Gateway Pundit, one of the lead editors of that website and organization, Jim Hoft. He has his suspicions about this organization also. He's kind of hinted at that this organization is steered by the FBI, and if not steered, then heavily infiltrated by the FBI. Kind of, let's just go back to what happened here in Michigan. Ensnare, corral, radical right people.
Entrap
just to get them. So, and the thing of it is, they just seem to pop up. This past weekend, they did a little protest. Where about 150 of them, all dressed the same, popped up. One guy was playing a snare drum, and they were marching to the beat. I don't know what they were there to protest. And the comment on this group was, it's not like they do any damage or break any laws. They just the accusation is that their presence is intimidation enough.
Well,
how dare you march around with your face covered and do nothing? Really, that's kind of what's being said.
But the perception, if you will, and I hate saying perception is reality because it isn't, but it does create a perception that the right are out to get you, they're going to do you harm, blah, 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 despite the fact that all the evidence will tell you that it's the left who's most likely to hurt you.
Well, and this goes to Jim Hoff's suspicion of, say, someone who wants to join an organization like that, gets in there, and it's, like I said, the suspicion is it's heavily infiltrated by the feds of whatever ABC organization we can say. All right. And next thing you know, you got Goofball Joe arrested, charged for subversion of some sort,
Yeah, insurrectionist or seditionist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we got a recording of you ranting about how the government needs to be overthrown, blah, 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 This Patriot Front organization has a website, and they have a manifesto on their website. I just want to read, I'll say parts of it. Their manifesto reads, when our pre-Columbian forefathers left their European homes, they found a common cause and a common identity as Americans. From the varied nations and cultures of Europe, a new nation was forged in the flames of conquest. Now, that don't sound all that great, you know?
Well, it sounds goofy to me.
Yeah,
Flames of conquest. What's that?
yeah.
Is he talking about a revolution against the oppressive British government?
To be an American is to be a descendant of conquerors, pioneers, visionaries, and explorers. You know, you talk about inflammatory speech.
Well,
You know,
it sounds supremacist in its I would say.
well, and Jim Hoft thinks this is intentional to work against, well, just say Republicans.
Or
Okay.
if they see it, somebody sees me wearing this hat. Oh, he's one of those guys. I am
Yeah.
not one of those guys.
Later on, it would say our mission is a hard reset on the nation we see today, a return to the traditions and virtues of our forefathers. America needs a generation of brave men to fearlessly rise to face all threats to their collective interests, a generation steeled in their efforts to realize their grand vision of a new nation. This gathering of the faithful, the true inheritors of America, will urge our people onward. I just got to think, whoever, I just got to think this is someone trying to stir the mix.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I kind of want to just throw this out here. You take an organization like the Patriot Front and compare them to the Proud Boys. I personally feel the Proud Boys are getting a bad rap. I don't think Proud Boys were trying to overthrow the country, you know. But you don't see the Proud Boys hiding their faces, you know.
No, that's the difference. Yeah, that's what makes me think that leftist, because they are notorious for doing that.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just keep tabs of the different, you know, news reports on the Patriot Front, because I share similar suspicions with Jim Hoft. Something isn't right with this group.
I would caution you, as my co-host and friend of 30 plus years, to not search that organization because that could tie you in with them.
Well, yeah, since there's a presumption of guilt right off the bat.
Exactly.
But I guess I keep going back to, I want to say during the Virginia gubernatorial election, a small group of those showed up outside one of the Republicans' events. And that's when I first heard about them, I want to say. And it's really weird. These people as mysteriously show up and then walk around, do nothing, and then disappear.
Let's go back to Nazi Germany with the Reichstag fire. You know, you dress up like who you want to accuse and you do all this damage, and then you blame that group and everybody buys into it. Well, what's to stop us from starting a senior version of Antifa for the aged? And we'll run around a local city
we'll
out where I
march
live,
around
and we'll
with our
break
canes
store
and
windows and yell Biden and Kamala forever, blah, blah. You know, it's just, are people going to believe that? Probably not, but
well,
it could be done.
That's this, you know, one final thought to anyone out there who thinks about joining some kind of a organization. Don't be breaking any laws, man, and always be cognizant of highly likely there's been infiltration.
Well, I told you about this, and I don't know if we mentioned it in a previous episode. I had a guy contact me, and I want to say it's Facebook, and before you tell me, oh, you shouldn't be on Facebook, just save it. I was on Facebook, and he contacted me saying he wants to sell me some guns, and I was like, man, get the hell away from me.
Yeah.
And I blocked pretty quick.
Just, you know, people need to exercise a clarity of thought and due diligence, and cautious,
and quit
but
encouraging other people to go out and break the law and do things that you're not doing yourself.
yeah,
We had that again this last week.
but anyways, that's all I got for this segment. This is a very odd, goofy, mysterious group that,
Oh, they're a plant, most likely.
yeah, and I guess I'm genuinely curious what the heck they're up to, you know. So, anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Any final thoughts?
They're up to framing somebody.
Yeah, probably.